Have you ever noticed how some women naturally earn respect, admiration, and genuine appreciation, while others unknowingly surrender their power through the things they reveal too soon? It is rarely about beauty, status, or luck. More often, it comes down to wisdom. What if I told you there are two things a wise woman never shares with a man too early? Not because she is secretive or dishonest, but because she understands the importance of protecting her peace, preserving her dignity, and valuing her own energy. Think about it for a moment. Do you reveal too much before someone has earned your trust? Do your words strengthen your position, or do they leave you feeling exposed? Are you handing over pieces of yourself that should remain protected until the right time? True wisdom is not measured by how much you say. It is measured by knowing what deserves to remain private. Stay with me until the end because these simple lessons can completely change how you are treated in every relationship. They can help you protect your inner peace, strengthen your confidence, and inspire authentic respect without manipulation, games, or pretending to be someone you are not. The first lesson is understanding the quiet strength of silence. There is a kind of confidence that never needs to introduce itself. It doesn't demand attention or search for approval. It simply exists with calmness, certainty, and quiet presence. That is the power of silence. Many people mistake silence for weakness. They assume that unless they constantly explain themselves, express every feeling, or tell everyone what they are thinking, they will be ignored or misunderstood. But wisdom teaches the opposite. Silence is not empty. It is awareness. It is self-control. A wise woman knows that every word carries energy. Whenever she speaks, she shares a part of herself. Because of this, she speaks with intention rather than impulse. She understands that once something leaves her mouth, it can be misunderstood, judged, taken for granted, or even used against her. Not every thought needs to be spoken. Not every emotion requires immediate expression. Not every question deserves an answer. Modern culture often encourages people to reveal everything in the name of honesty. But honesty does not require exposing every part of yourself. Wisdom recognizes the value of timing. Picture a beautiful garden, surrounded by a strong gate. You wouldn't invite every stranger inside simply because they asked. You would first observe their character and intentions. Your inner world deserves the same protection. A wise woman knows that emotional access is earned. She doesn't allow curiosity alone to unlock the deepest parts of her heart. People who are comfortable with silence possess a remarkable kind of strength. They don't rush to fill every quiet moment. They aren't uncomfortable when others don't know every detail about their lives. They understand that keeping parts of themselves private isn't manipulation, it is self-respect. You are not obligated to explain every decision you make. You don't owe constant updates about your plans, dreams, or personal life. When a woman embraces this truth, everything begins to change. She listens more carefully than she speaks. She observes instead of reacting. She notices how people reveal their true character when they are given the freedom to talk. Their values, motives, and integrity become much easier to recognize. Still water reflects clearly because it is undisturbed. The same is true for the mind. Constant talking creates noise, while silence creates clarity. Many women lose their power because they reveal too much before trust exists. They announce their dreams before taking action. They expose their insecurities before someone has proven they can be trusted. They share their intentions before understanding the other person's character. Later, they wonder why they feel emotionally drained. Silence protects your energy. It protects your peace. It protects your dignity. A wise woman doesn't feel the need to convince anyone of her worth. She knows her actions will always communicate more than endless explanations. There is tremendous confidence in saying less. Real confidence stays calm even when misunderstood. It doesn't chase validation or constantly seek approval. Sometimes silence is the highest form of respect. Other times, it is the greatest act of self-respect. Many relationships become complicated because people speak when they should observe, explain when they should simply be present, and reveal when patience would serve them better. Sacred silence is not about becoming distant or emotionally unavailable. It is about recognizing the value of your words. Anything valuable deserves protection. Diamonds are carefully guarded because they are precious. Your peace deserves that same level of care. The people with the strongest presence are rarely the loudest. Their calmness naturally commands attention. They never need to advertise their value because genuine worth reveals itself over time through consistency and character. The less you feel compelled to explain yourself, the more freedom you experience. But there is something even more valuable than silence, and it should never be placed in the hands of someone who hasn't earned it. That is your deepest emotional world. Vulnerability is beautiful, but vulnerability without wisdom becomes exposure. Many people believe emotional maturity means immediately sharing every fear, every painful memory, and every wound. They assume that complete openness automatically creates intimacy. Wisdom understands something different. Trust grows gradually. Respect develops over time. Healthy relationships are not built by revealing everything at once. A wise woman knows her heart is sacred. She does not hand someone the key simply because they showed interest. Interest is not commitment. Attention is not loyalty. Kind words alone are not proof of character. There is a clear difference between being emotionally open and being emotionally unprotected. Too many women surrender their power by revealing their deepest insecurities before trust has been established. They speak about their greatest fears, painful experiences, and disappointments before learning who the other person truly is. When circumstances change, those vulnerable moments can sometimes be met with a lack of compassion. Wisdom never rejects vulnerability, it simply respects timing. The strongest foundations are built slowly. Every stone is carefully placed before the structure can stand. Your emotional foundation deserves the same patience. A wise woman allows trust to grow naturally. She watches how a man responds when life becomes difficult. She pays attention to consistency, because true character is revealed by repeated actions, not impressive words. Before anyone entered her life, she already had dreams worth pursuing, talents waiting to be developed, and a purpose that gave her life meaning. The moment a woman places another person at the center of her existence, she slowly begins giving away parts of herself that were never meant to be sacrificed. So many people spend years searching for love while forgetting to grow as individuals. They trade their peace for someone else's approval. They compromise their values to avoid rejection. They make another person's happiness their full-time responsibility. Then one day, they pause and ask themselves a painful question: who am I now? More often than not, the answer reveals that somewhere along the way, they stopped choosing themselves. A wise woman is fully capable of loving with all her heart, yet she never disappears inside a relationship. She understands that her purpose must always be greater than her attachment to another person. No relationship should become her identity. No one else's opinion should decide her worth. No human being should hold the power to define her future. When your emotional stability depends entirely on another person's presence, fear quietly takes control. You become afraid of conflict. You fear disappointing them. You fear being left behind. You fear standing alone. But fear can never create a healthy relationship. Love cannot truly thrive when it requires you to abandon yourself. A wise woman continues investing in her mind, her body, her values, and her personal growth, no matter what her relationship status may be. She knows that becoming the best version of herself benefits not only her own life, but every relationship she builds. The strongest relationships are formed when two complete people walk beside each other, not when one person depends on the other to provide purpose or identity. Your purpose existed long before someone chose to love you. It remains even if someone leaves. Every day you honor it, it continues to grow stronger. Never allow love to become the reason you stop becoming who you were created to be. Keep learning, keep evolving, keep building the life that reflects your highest potential. People are naturally drawn to those who live with purpose. There is something undeniably attractive about someone who knows where they are going and why. When a woman is secure in her identity, she becomes incredibly difficult to manipulate because she no longer relies on outside validation to feel valuable. She respects herself enough to walk away from anything that violates her values. She chooses peace over temporary attention. She understands that solitude is far healthier than sacrificing herself just to feel accepted. Throughout history, the wisest women have understood one simple truth. Relationships matter, but they should never become more important than character, purpose, or inner peace. Don't build your life around earning someone else's approval. Build a life so meaningful that anyone who enters it simply adds beauty to what already exists, instead of becoming the foundation of your happiness. You were never meant to make yourself smaller so someone else could feel bigger. You were created to stand confidently in your truth. Remain committed to your purpose and protect the value that already lives within you. A woman who guards her peace, protects her emotional world, and stays devoted to her purpose possesses something no one can ever take away: her inner strength. There is another lesson that many people misunderstand. Privacy and secrecy are not the same thing. Today's world often assumes that if you don't reveal everything about yourself, you must be hiding something. People confuse healthy boundaries with dishonesty and silence with deception. Wisdom teaches a very different lesson. Secrecy is driven by fear. Privacy is guided by self-respect. A wise woman understands this distinction. She knows she doesn't have to explain every decision, discuss every struggle, or invite everyone into the most personal parts of her life. Protecting her inner world isn't selfish, it's healthy. The most valuable things are rarely left exposed. Throughout history, precious treasures were carefully guarded because their worth was understood. Your peace deserves that same protection. Your dreams deserve it. Your healing deserves it too. Many people overshare simply because they're uncomfortable disappointing others. They worry that saying, "I'd rather keep that private," will be misunderstood. But real freedom begins when you realize that privacy requires no apology. You don't need anyone's permission to protect your emotional space. Healthy relationships grow through stages. Trust develops with consistency, character, and time. Access to your heart should grow the same way. Think of planting a seed. You wouldn't dig it up every day to prove it's growing. You would quietly allow it to develop until it becomes strong enough to stand on its own. The same principle applies to your dreams, your healing, and your relationships. Many dreams lose their power because they're shared before they're ready. Many relationships struggle because expectations are expressed before trust exists. Many people lose confidence because they seek approval from those who haven't earned the right to influence their journey. A wise woman protects what is still becoming. She knows some chapters are meant to be lived before they're spoken about. Some victories carry greater meaning when they arrive quietly. Some of life's greatest transformations happen away from the spotlight. There is quiet wisdom in accepting that not everyone will understand your journey right away. Not everyone needs to know where you're headed. Not everyone needs an explanation for why you've changed. Not everyone deserves a front row seat in your life. When you stop feeling responsible for explaining yourself, something powerful happens. You reclaim your energy. Instead of spending your time defending your choices, you spend it living them. Instead of convincing people to understand your path, you simply continue walking it. The urge to explain ourselves often comes from wanting acceptance. Wisdom reminds us that other people's approval is temporary. Self-respect lasts. Privacy strengthens emotional independence. It reminds you that your worth is not determined by how much of yourself others get to see. People who genuinely care about you will respect your boundaries. They won't pressure you to reveal what you're not ready to share because they understand that trust cannot be rushed. A wise woman doesn't build walls around her heart. She builds doors. Walls keep everyone out. Doors simply require someone to knock before entering. There is incredible peace in no longer feeling obligated to narrate every detail of your life. You become more present, more grounded, more free. Some of life's most meaningful changes happen quietly. A butterfly never announces its wings before they're ready. Neither should you. As you begin to value your privacy, something naturally changes about your presence. People become curious, not because you're trying to appear mysterious, but because quiet confidence has its own magnetic quality. That is where real mystery begins. Mystery isn't something you create through games or manipulation. It naturally grows from someone who values themselves enough not to reveal everything all at once. In a world where people constantly broadcast every opinion, achievement, and emotion, there is something refreshing about someone who remains calm, centered, and secure within themselves. A wise woman isn't trying to make others chase her. She is simply comfortable being herself. She doesn't feel pressured to display every part of her personality the moment she meets someone. She understands there is no rush to tell her entire story just to make others feel comfortable. Human beings naturally appreciate what unfolds over time. Imagine reading your favorite novel after someone spoiled every chapter in advance. Much of the excitement would disappear because discovery is part of what creates appreciation. Relationships work the same way. When someone gets to know you little by little, they appreciate the journey far more than if every part of you were handed to them on the first day. Respect grows through discovery, not instant access. Many people unintentionally reduce their own value because they feel pressure to impress others immediately. They rush to talk about their achievements, their hardships, or all the plans they have for the future, believing that sharing more will create closeness. But real connection cannot be forced. It develops naturally over time. A wise woman knows she is not something that needs to be marketed. She is a person with depth, and true depth deserves patience. She understands that allowing people to discover her gradually is an act of self-respect. Quiet confidence sends a powerful message without saying a word. It says, "I value myself enough not to rush." When people cannot instantly figure you out, they begin paying closer attention to how you live instead of simply listening to what you say. Your consistency begins to matter. Your character becomes impossible to ignore. Your values reveal themselves through your actions. That is where genuine respect begins. Mystery also serves another purpose. It naturally filters out people who are only looking for shallow connections. Those who demand immediate emotional access often become frustrated when healthy boundaries exist. They may mistake wisdom for distance or privacy for a lack of interest. Let them misunderstand. The people who truly belong in your life will never be threatened by your boundaries. They understand that meaningful relationships are built with trust, patience, and consistency, not urgency. Many people give away their emotional power because they desperately want to be liked. Within minutes of meeting someone, they reveal their biggest fears, deepest insecurities, and most personal dreams. Often this comes from an unspoken fear of rejection. But if being accepted requires abandoning your wisdom, then it is not genuine acceptance. You never have to make yourself smaller, louder, or constantly available to deserve love and respect. Real confidence is remarkably quiet. A wise woman doesn't chase attention. She earns respect by being authentic, grounded, and intentional. There is a quiet elegance in simply being present without needing to dominate every conversation. There is beauty in allowing people to wonder what inspires you, what drives you, and what dreams quietly shape your life. Mystery is not about pretending to be unavailable. It is about allowing your life to unfold naturally instead of explaining every part of it. When you stop rushing to be understood, you become far more memorable than any carefully crafted image could ever make you. People remember calmness. They remember dignity. They remember those who brought peace into a room instead of pressure. Perhaps the greatest mystery of all is this: the less you seek attention, the more meaningful your presence becomes. None of this is possible without mastering one final habit: the ability to speak less and observe more. One of the greatest skills anyone can develop is learning to truly observe. Most people listen only long enough to prepare what they want to say next. They speak to be heard instead of listening to understand. They reveal themselves before taking the time to understand the person standing in front of them. Wisdom chooses another path. A wise woman knows that observation is one of life's greatest teachers. People constantly reveal who they are, not only through their words, but through their habits, the way they treat others, their consistency, their emotional maturity, and the choices they make when no one is watching. You don't need endless questions to understand someone's character. You simply need enough patience to watch it unfold. Time uncovers what words often hide. Many painful experiences could have been avoided if people spent more time paying attention and less time talking. Notice how someone handles disappointment. Notice how they speak about people who have nothing to offer them. Notice whether they respect your boundaries or continually push against them. Notice whether their actions consistently match their promises. Child is revealed through behavior far more than conversation. There is tremendous wisdom in slowing down. Modern life encourages speed, instant communication, instant attraction, instant commitment, and instant emotional investment. Wisdom has never been in a hurry. A wise woman never allows loneliness, excitement, or attraction to replace good judgment. She understands that emotions are wonderful guides, but dangerous leaders when left unchecked. She listens carefully, not only to what people say, but to what they repeatedly do. Sometimes silence teaches you more about a person than hours of conversation ever could. Pay attention to who becomes uncomfortable when you stop over-explaining yourself. Notice who respects your boundaries without taking offense. Notice who remains dependable when life becomes difficult. Life is always revealing the truth. The question is whether you've become quiet enough to notice it. Many people lose their peace because they ignore what they already know deep inside. Their intuition warns them. Their experiences offer lessons. Yet they become distracted by charm, attractive words, or imagined potential. Wisdom pays attention. A wise woman trusts time because she knows time exposes everything. Pretenses eventually fade. True intentions become visible. Patterns become impossible to hide. That is why patience is one of wisdom's greatest companions. When you speak less, you gain more space to observe. When you observe more carefully, you make better decisions. When your decisions improve, your peace is protected. Speaking less doesn't mean remaining silent out of fear. It means choosing your words with intention because you understand their value. There is incredible strength in becoming comfortable with quiet moments. You no longer feel pressure to impress, entertain, or constantly explain yourself. You simply remain present, and presence becomes your greatest strength. The wisest people are often the calmest people in any room. They don't rush to conclusions. They don't react emotionally to everything they encounter. They watch, they listen, they learn. Life rewards those who observe before they act. A woman who develops this habit becomes difficult to deceive because she sees beyond appearances. She understands that respect takes time to earn and trust should never be rushed. She values silence without becoming distant. She protects her privacy without building walls. She embraces mystery without playing games. She remains devoted to her purpose while continuing to lead with kindness and compassion. She moves through life with quiet confidence because she no longer feels the need to prove her worth. She already knows the greatest truth of all. A woman's deepest power is not found in everything she reveals. It is found in the wisdom she chooses to protect. You have seen that true wisdom is never about controlling other people. It is about mastering yourself. The two things a wise woman guards most carefully are her deepest emotional vulnerability and the purpose that gives her life meaning. She protects both, not because she is afraid, but because she respects herself. Along the way, you've discovered that silence protects your peace, privacy protects your growth, mystery naturally inspires respect, and observation uncovers truths that words alone can never reveal. From the beginning, the promise was simple. These timeless principles could strengthen your confidence, preserve your peace, and inspire authentic respect without manipulation or pretending to be someone you are not. And that promise remains true. A wise woman doesn't chase respect. She lives in a way that naturally earns it. She doesn't depend on validation. She builds inner strength. She doesn't reveal every part of herself just to gain acceptance. She understands that what is truly precious deserves to be protected. When you stop giving your emotional world away too quickly and refuse to make another person the center of your purpose, something remarkable begins to happen. You become calm where others react. You become steady where others depend. You recognize your own value instead of waiting for someone else to define it. Never forget this. Your silence is strength. Your boundaries are wisdom. Your purpose is sacred. Protect them with care, and they will protect you in return.